The mobile phone has taken over the world and over most people's lives. Many young people these days could never imagine their lives without their mobile phone. Sean Owen is a student at the Manchester Met University and is a typical smartphone owner.
I own an iPhone 5 and I got it because it was the newest phone and it had the newest technology. The technology of it I use for games, internet, network socialising, maps and navigation when I'm in the car. For the phone I use it to call home because I don't have a phone where I live. And I use it for texting my friends, see if they want to go out and all that. I use it about 5 hours a day, every day. I use it for phoning, texting, Google Maps, games, and it really affects me because I think I'd be lost without my phone. So I wouldn't be able to contact anybody and it would drive me crazy really. I think they're going to get greater and more creative because they've just brought the iPhone 6 out, which has got a fingerprint, and now I'm thinking they might do the iris thing, what they do on the passport, so yeah, it's more high-tech security, and I think it'll just get better and better.
As a society, we have become more obsessed with our mobile phones. We seem to carry them everywhere we go. It is not uncommon to see people walking through the street either talking or texting on their mobile phone. Stephen Chandler owns a basic mobile phone, but he's different from your other phone users.
I've had my mobile phone for it's got to be about 20 years. The first one I got was a Nokia, just a basic. I've got a Nokia 520, which I've just bought about 4 months ago. It's my first phone with apps on. And as I said before, I've only got it because my other one broke. I'm on a pay-as-you-go because I hardly use it. I use my new phone for texting, and that's it. If I could just get a phone that could text, I wouldn't want anything else. I'm not bothered about having extra minutes on it for calling people, because if people want to call me, they call me at home. Why do you want to phone me when I'm out? I just want to text. And really, it's just like an emergency phone. If anyone needs to get in touch with me for an emergency, fair enough. I keep my phone till the death, till it dies. If my phone, I just bought a new one, and if I had my other phone wouldn't have died on me, I would have still had it. I don't see the point in getting a new phone to get all these apps on. Don't use them. So all I want is a phone that lasts forever and ever and ever. If I would have had my phone from 20 years ago, I would have still had that. I think they changed a lot through the years because I remember seeing a movie with Michael Douglas and he had a phone and it was like a brick. Now they're a lot smaller, got more apps on them. I think they're going to change a lot more. I think they'll go smaller, but saying that, the more apps that you get on the phones now, they seem to be going a little bit bigger again, where they went really small to nice and handy in your pocket. They're going a bit bigger. I can see the technology making them go smaller and smaller, very small, which is probably better. But at the moment, they seem to be a bit on the big side.
The mobile phone industry is now making millions of pounds from the add-ons we have on our mobile phones, such as apps and games. Are people losing sight of what the mobile phone was actually invented for? There are still people who refuse to buy into the mobile phone industry. This is Arthur Hayward, who does not own a mobile phone.
I don't have a mobile phone for a number of reasons. First of all, my age. I think the technology and everything that's gone on in the last 10 or 15 years has just passed me by, and I've never really bothered to catch up. Secondly, when I see people with mobile phones in things like pubs or in restaurants or on nights out when they should be having conversations with people, what they tend to do is that they tend to mess about with the mobile phone, ignore the people they're with, and I think that's bad manners. I think other people do judge me for not having a mobile phone, and I think people have criticised me for it, particularly in work and friends who say I'm difficult to get hold of and just say there was a major emergency. It doesn't bother me at all, and I think that overall I make my own decisions. The only thing that might change my mind is security. As I get older, it might be that I need a phone to contact family members, friends, or outside agencies if I'm ill. The other thing that does bother me is with having a wife and a daughter, if they're out somewhere, then purely and simply for security reasons, common sense reasons, that's about the only thing that would convince me to use a mobile phone or to buy one. I actually think the future for mobile phones is probably very rosy, simply because people become so obsessed with them. As companies make more and more new phones with more and more gimmicks, as they become more and more complex, people like technology, people like gadgets, people like gimmicks, and I think that will encourage them to buy new mobile phones which are bigger, better and more expensive.
The question is, will we always be obsessed with our mobile phones, or will we eventually start talking to each other again?